Right now on News 3 at 11, we have some safety tips if you're looking to hit the water this holiday weekend. And members of the community coming together today to make a stand against gun violence. But first, discussions continue on redistricting in South Carolina. We have the latest.
Live and on your side, this is WSAV News 3 at 11.
Good evening, I'm Genevieve Lund. Thank you for joining us. Sarah Smith has the evening off. WSAV is your local election headquarters. The South Carolina legislature is moving towards a third reading of a bill that would redraw the congressional map just days ahead of the statewide primary election. Today, lawmakers proposed and voted on amendments for House Bill 5683. The new map proposes the splitting up of the state's 6th congressional district, the only Democratic stronghold, which is currently held by Jim Clyburn. Many lawmakers and individuals have expressed concerns about these discussions happening so close to the June 9th primary. Some Republicans today arguing for a quicker vote on this issue. And with more than 13,000 absentee ballots sent around the world, other lawmakers are proposing amendments to resend those ballots, allowing with a note to voters to help clear up any confusion.
This note will help clarify why people are receiving another ballot, and that way also too, if somebody gets one, they may be without a note or understanding, they may be afraid to vote again. I think that potentially it was a second ballot was sent.
As good as these maps are we have right now, I believe we can have a better one. Now the question is, are we going to be able to pass this map? That's the question before us. We can't resolve this question unless we invoke cloture.
Now, this bill goes for a third reading on the Senate floor Tuesday at 11 a.m. and if passed, this bill goes before Governor McMaster to sign. The State Election Commission reminding voters that the primary election, except for congressional races, is still happening on June 9th, and they're urging voters to still make preparations to vote that day. In developing news, police are making an arrest after a shooting this afternoon left a person hurt in the city of Beaufort. Officers with the Beaufort Police Department were called to Shepherd Tactical on Burton Hill Road at approximately 12:09 p.m. in a connection to a gunshot incident. And when they arrived, they learned a victim had taken themselves to a local hospital and were told an unidentified suspect was taken into custody and there's no threat to the public. We'll provide more information on this story as the details become available. Georgia State Patrol is asking for help identifying a person of interest connected to a deadly hit and run. The agency has shared a video of this incident with us, and we want to warn some of you that you may find this video hard to watch. We're told the incident happened on May 10th on Chevis Road at the intersection of Newton Road and Beaufort Road. Now, the video shows a motorcycle traveling down the road before being struck by a minivan that entered the roadway. Drivers of the minivan left the scene on foot, while the cyclist suffered serious injuries and later died at the hospital. Officials say the man pictured here may have connections in Chatham and Beaufort counties. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers, and that is at 912-234-2020. And Brunswick police arresting a man on murder charges for a shooting this morning. Officers arrived on the scene at Ultima Avenue where they found a man dead from an apartment gunshot wound. Now, an investigation led to the later arrest of Jared Williams. The identity of the victim has not been released at this time, and the investigation remains ongoing. In our community report, making a stand against gun violence, that was the goal of today's Pray for My Hood community block party. Members of the community gathered at Blackshear Basketball Complex for live music, refreshments, information on community resources, and activities for the entire family. Now, Hog Mom Ministries at Bull Street hosted the event, and they say it's about being a part of the change they wish to see.
We're out here just loving on the community. We're going to feed the community and really just be out here to pray and just ask that God's blessing be on our great city, because I think there's a sense in which we can all diagnose the issue, but it takes a self-sacrificing kind of like perspective to actually get involved to actually do something about the issue.
He adds that today's event was showing of solidarity against gun violence in Savannah. You're taking a live look outside right now. Let's check in with Storm Team 3 meteorologist Brian James for a look at your forecast.
Happy Saturday night to you. I'm meteorologist Brian James. We saw quite a few scattered showers and thunderstorms around today. Don't let your guard down. We're going to have additional rain chances for the rest of the holiday weekend and as we go through the upcoming week as well. A soggy, unsettled pattern. It's going to be warm. It's going to be humid. Not going to be raining the whole time, but when it's not, it's going to be sticky out there. Temperatures right now, a mix of mostly low to mid and upper 70s. We're not going to drop too much more overnight tonight. Clouds are certainly with us. Winds are not that bad, around 5 miles an hour, so fairly light winds. We've had the clouds. We've had a few scattered showers and thunderstorms around. Things are kind of starting to quiet down a little bit now that we've lost daytime heating, and that will be the trend overnight tonight. Lose overall coverage of showers and storms, but we've got several disturbances that'll be moving through to help reignite some of those showers and thunderstorms as we head through this upcoming week. So the planner for the day tomorrow, starting off with a chance for showers and thunderstorms. We'll have generally partly to mostly cloudy skies through the day tomorrow, and then we'll keep that chance for showers and thunderstorms into the afternoon. Warm and sticky with highs well in the 80s to near 90. We'll talk about the rest of the week ahead. Stays unsettled. Details coming up. Back to you.
Thank you, Brian. In 2025, game wardens made 242 boating under the influence arrests on Georgia lakes and waterways. Now, there were also 122 boating incidences that led to injuries and even death. Michelle Jennings from our sister station in Columbus spoke to game wardens who say this year the goal is 0.
And our goal is simple, for everyone to enjoy Georgia's waterways and go home safely at the end of the day.
Chris Hodge is the director of Georgia's Department of Natural Resources Law Enforcement Division. He says in 2025, Georgia saw 66 drownings, 10 boating deaths, 92 people injured, and 242 arrests for boating under the influence.
As it has been done in years past, our game wardens will be out in full force this weekend and all summer long.
During the Memorial Day weekend, game wardens will be conducting vessel safety checks and arresting any boater they find who is under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Jonathan Jeffries is a Georgia game warden.
Drinking and operating a vessel is the same deal as with a car. It will not be tolerated, especially this weekend on Georgia waters.
Jeffries encourages everyone to watch their surroundings and for first-time boaters to take their vessels on the water to do slow maneuvers.
Anybody can drive a boat 90 miles an hour down the middle of the lake. The biggest thing is learning how to maneuver your boat in slow and no wake zones and stuff like that.
And remember,
and it's actually a state law that any vessel that is operating within 100 feet of a dock, person, managed shoreline, anything like that, they have to stay at least 100 foot away if they're above idle speed. If they are under idle speed, they can be within that 100.
game wardens want to remind boaters that children under 13 must wear a life jacket, but encourage everyone on the vessel to wear one or have one readily accessible.
That was Michelle Jennings reporting. The Chatham County Police Department Marine Patrol also has some safety tips for those planning on hitting the water. Remember, anyone born after 1997 must pass the Georgia Boater Safety Course before they can operate any watercraft, and make sure that your boat is up to date on its maintenance before you leave the dock. Have a float plan and make sure someone on land knows where you're going. If you're boating at night, the vessel must have working lights, and if you do get into trouble or get lost, and don't wait until it's getting dark to call for help. It will be much easier for you to find and rescue while it's still daylight. Turning now to our education report, we continue celebrating the accomplishments of class of 2026 at schools across the Coastal Empire and Low Country. Look at that. This is some video from this evening's commencement ceremony for Liberty High School. Despite some clouds in the sky and a little steady drizzle, 276 students earned their diplomas for the class of 2026. WSAV spoke with a few of the graduates before the ceremony who shared how they felt about today.
I feel nervous and excited at the same time, and I'm going to miss everybody here, but I'm very proud of everybody that made it today.
You know, it's a big moment for us all, but it feels great to finally be recognized for all our hard work and such.
See a full list of commencement dates for counties throughout the Coastal Empire and Low Country at wsav.com/graduations. Coming up, an investigation underway after a man opens fire near the White House. We have the latest details when News 3 is back at 11. The FBI and Secret Service are investigating after someone opened fire within a block of the White House. That suspect is dead and a bystander seriously injured. WSAV's Gabrielle Caracciolo is gathering details for us.
The Secret Service says a man fired a pistol less than a block from the White House perimeter shortly after 6 o'clock Saturday night. President Trump was inside the Oval Office at the time. Reporters at the White House say they heard between 25 and 30 shots before agents rushed them into the briefing room for safety. This is the view from our position on the north lawn of the White House. You can see the reporters running and Secret Service taking protective positions. A Secret Service spokesperson says the agents returned fire at the man with the gun. The suspect was taken to a local hospital and died. A civilian bystander was also hit by the gunfire. The Secret Service says no officers were injured.
Anybody who runs up towards the Secret Service security at the perimeter, takes out a handgun and starts shooting, knows they're not going to be able to get close to the president or close to the White House.
Retired FBI Special Agent Rich Kulko says investigators will now work to determine the shooter's intentions.
Investigators are going to go take a look at his phone, computer, iPad, any other electronic devices he has, anything he may have written down. Did he have some manifesto? Was he trying to send a message? What was his purpose?
He says it will take time before they're able to definitively say who fired the shot that hit the bystander. The shooting comes 4 weeks after the assassination attempt at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Just a very politically charged time right now. Everything seems to have people at such short fuses ready to just act out.
And reaction is pouring in from politicians across the country, condemning political violence and praising the Secret Service for their swift response. Gabrielle Caracciolo, News Nation, Washington.
Happy Saturday night to you. I'm meteorologist Brian James. I hope you're ready to get a little waterlogged. We definitely could use the rainfall. We're at drought monitor wise. We need some of this moisture. It is a holiday weekend. You prefer for it to kind of hold off, but it looks like we're going to have a pretty good chance Sunday and Monday for additional rain chances. And it's going to be warm and sticky out there, so any plans you have for Memorial Day, make sure you're making the necessary plans and precautions for the rain chances, but also making sure you're keeping yourself safe and staying hydrated. Atlanta 70, same thing in Birmingham. Orlando 78, Savannah sitting at 79 right now. Not as much coverage in terms of showers and storms. What we have out there now is starting to decrease quite a bit. Overall coverage and intensity decreasing now that we've lost daytime heating, and that'll be the trend overnight tonight. A few widely scattered showers and storms, and we get a bit of a break. Then there's more rain and thunderstorms parts of Mississippi and Louisiana and Arkansas, kind of a boundary that's hanging out to the north of us. This is going to kind of just wash back and forth, but on the south side of that boundary, it's warm, it's humid, and this overall pattern likely will not change until we get to the end of next week into next weekend. And even then, there's still going to be a little chance for some rainfall. So here's the overall pattern. We have this ridge of high pressure to the east, trough of low pressure in the central part of the U.S., but it's kind of in between these two areas where you've got a lot of feed coming in off the Gulf that we're seeing a lot of moisture coming in. So deep, rich moisture, then these little disturbances kind of pass between the trough and that ridge, and that's what helps to ignite a few scattered showers and storms. So we're looking at Sunday afternoon with scattered showers, certainly around, and still more back to our west. So Sunday night into Monday, we see additional chances for scattered showers and storms. Pretty good coverage. That continues on Tuesday with additional rain chances, and Wednesday. Wednesday probably still going to have the opportunity for rainfall as this ridge kind of moves away. The trough is trying to move farther east, but it's still pulling in moisture off the Gulf. So even through Thursday and Friday, we're going to keep those rain chances around. And with the clouds and rain chances, that's going to kind of keep temperatures pretty even keeled, upper 80s, near 90. But then hopefully by Saturday, we finally start to see enough of a pattern change that we kind of move things a little bit. But we'll still have some chances for rain all the way through next Saturday. But you see them 60, 70, 80% chances for showers and thunderstorms Sunday all the way through next Friday. Hopefully things start to dry out as we head through next weekend. But for the week ahead, definitely keep the rain gear close by. Here's what we have going on overnight tonight. Fairly quiet to start the day on Sunday, but by noon we start to see a few isolated showers and storms start to bubble up, and we'll see more coverage as we go through Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. They'll quiet down Sunday night into early Monday. Monday starts off with some cloud cover, and then as we go through the afternoon, we'll look for isolated to scattered showers and storms redeveloping. Again, not everyone will see rainfall, but everyone's going to have the chance. And over the next 7 days, we're talking 1.5 to 2 to 3 inches of rainfall will be possible. Again, over the next 7 days, but Boy, do we need this, so we will certainly take whatever Mother Nature wants to give us. A few more widely scattered showers and storms tonight, but generally quieting down through the overnight hours. Temperatures for tonight will be a mix of mostly mid-60s to low 70s area-wide. And then tomorrow, mid-80s to near 90 with that chance for additional scattered showers and thunderstorms around. Not much wind, but certainly keep the rain gear nearby and keep it up for the rest of the week ahead as well, with highs mostly in the upper 80s.
Well, there's a lot of rain forecasted, but still sports comes on, right? It still goes rain or shine.
Still sports, but sometimes there was some pauses. Like we had 2 rain delays, one for the Braves and one for the Georgia Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs in a huge game in their first SEC tournament, semifinal game since 2017. See if they can get it done, take it on the Florida Gators. Next in sports.
Get your free case review from Farah and Farah, lawyers in Savannah you can trust. Now, your Farah and Farah WSAV Sports Desk.
We're going to start tonight on the college baseball diamond with the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, the Dogs are fresh off their first SEC regular season crown since 2008, and today the first semifinal game in the SEC tournament since 2017, taking on the Florida Gators. And this is not how you want to start a ball game as a top seed. UGA down 3-0 in the third. Florida crushes this one for a 3-run homer. The Dogs spot the Gators 6 runs, but the Bulldogs would begin to bite back. It's 7-4 now in the 7th. Georgia's Kenny Isakawa rips one for a base hit. This one will get to the wall to score 2. It's now a 1-run ball game. Dogs tied it at 7 now with the runner on third. A chance in the 8th to tie it or to take the lead. Daniel Jackson sends one into the outfield. Georgia tagging up to take the lead, and they are in safe. And Georgia comes back from down 6 runs to win it 8-7, and they are headed to the SEC Championship. We move over now to the MLB diamond with the Atlanta Braves. Now the Braves are coming off a thrilling walk-off win yesterday to beat the Nationals 5-4. They're going to keep rolling now in Game 2. And we only got through an inning and a half before we had a little rain delay. The tarps were off in the stands, and the tarp was on the field. We pick it up. No score in the top of the third. The Nationals have bases loaded, no outs. The Braves defense steps up. They're able to turn 2 here to end the inning, still scoreless. But in the top of the 4th, the Nationals would strike first. This ball is crushed off of the bat of Jacob Cruz. This one will get over the wall. That is a solo shot to start the scoring in the game. And there really wasn't much scoring after that at all. The Braves just could not get the bats going at all. They only pick up 1 hit and fall today 2-0. This sets up a rubber match for tomorrow for the series at 4:10. And in high school baseball, Vidalia would fall to Gordon Lee 3-1 in a winner-take-all Game 3 in the state title game. We move over now to a new wave of women's basketball in Savannah with the Savannah Steel as they delivered the city its first ever professional basketball win just last night. The Savannah Steel earned their first win in franchise history in front of a sellout crowd in the team's home opener on Friday at Enmarket Arena. The Steel started the year with 2 close losses on the road and finally broke through yesterday against Greensboro in their third matchup, 85-67. The first 2 games were both close, though. The Groove taking them both first. They won by 4 in Game 1 and then in double overtime in Game 2. The Steel, though, in Game 3 now say it was incredible to see all the smiling faces in the support for the first time in Savannah.
Environment was great. The fans were great. We knew they were going to show out, and we just wanted to handle business. And, you know, we've been prepping all week, and I think we had great preparation for this game. You know, we've already seen them twice. Obviously, it didn't go our way the first 2 times, but I think our bounce back, it was a great answer for us.
I think it's kind of amazing to see the support that we've gotten. Savannah's probably wanted a women's basketball team for a while now. So it was pretty cool to see everybody come out, and then we were able to get the dub for them.
So up next for the Steel, they'll finally play an opponent other than the Groove. They'll host the Jacksonville Waves back home at Enmarket Arena. That one tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's a wrap for sports. Stay with us. More news is next.
Here's one more look at the forecast for tonight. Temperatures dropping back down mid-60s to low 70s. We'll keep plenty of clouds around. Isolated showers and storms dropping off overnight tonight, but then we see additional rain chances tomorrow. More scattered to even numerous showers and thunderstorms developing. Mid-80s, upper 80s for highs. Certainly mostly cloudy. If it's not raining, it's going to be a warm and sticky rest of the holiday weekend with highs upper 80s near 90 Sunday all the way through Friday. Hopefully by next Saturday we're cooling down a bit, but the rain chances stick with us all week long. Back to you.
Not liking the rain there, but Colby, how do you feel about racing and hot dogs?
Two of my favorite things.
The second annual Wienermobile race took place yesterday. We missed it, but the top speed for the Wienermobile is 60 miles per hour. Each Wienermobile featured a name of a regional hot dog favorite. There was the New York dog, the Seattle dog, the Chicago dog, the corn dog, the chili dog, and the slaw dog. However, New York dog wins the race. I don't like that.
That's a lot of dogs going
That's
fast.
Too many dogs.
I personally, Jeff used to love NASCAR, we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I personally haven't really gotten into it, but I feel like if there's a ton of Wienermobiles ripping around a track like that, I think that's something I could get into.
I would get into it. I would have bet on the corn dog. That's our time. Be sure to stay around with WSAV and WSAV.com for the latest on news, weather, and sports.